since post-war, they've created a system in Britain where the taxpayers pay millions and millions of pounds to NGOs and charities whose sole purpose is to destroy the country. We pay billions to lawyers for legal aid who represent ne'er-do-wells and people who shouldn't be in the country. If you want to have a career in messing up Britain, you'll have a very easy career, and there'll be no shortage of people giving you millions of pounds. But if you want to save the country, then I'm afraid you do need to make other sacrifices, because you simply won't get any of the taxpayers' money that the others get. But a very good point. Sometimes I've wondered that, and I've thought it is pretty crazy, because the amount of money that we try to raise as well, it's a lot, of course, to our supporters, and we do very much value that. But I mean, we don't ask for very much, really, in the grand scheme of things, and it's certainly not enough to pay anybody a living wage, naturally. But if we can raise 2,400, that should get us through to December. It should cover all the fixed costs and the running costs and the occasional payments that we have to make to various helpers. It should cover it, I calculate anyway. Christopher says, we fund those who would destabilize our country and culture, people who are destabilizing it. Absolutely. We do fund it. And one of the chapters in our new book is going to be about defunding what we call the immigration invasion sector. The immigration invasion sector, we've got to defund them, because so long as they're getting millions and millions of our money, then we can't beat them. We cannot beat them. That's the fact. We cannot beat them. If we're paying them to oppose us, then we cannot beat them. Ipso facto, we cannot beat them. So we have to defund them. And that's going to cause a ruction. And so you're going to need men and women in power who are not going to be intimidated. And that's when it gets difficult, because a lot of politicians will just choose the easy path. But if you're going to turn around to the legal industry and say, we're taking your legal aid off you, you cannot anymore get legal aid to represent asylum seekers, they will scream. Oh, they will scream. They'll write storylines into EastEnders about a lawyer who's now struggling because he can't pay his rent, because the government has defunded his asylum-seeking legal aid money. You know, they'll do everything they can. The system will come out full guns blazing. They'll be putting up signs on buses. You'll be standing at 7 o'clock in the morning waiting for your bus, seeing a digital sign right next to you about how you've got to, like, refund the lawyers because the poor lawyers are losing millions. You know, you'll see, it'll just be, you'll be just battered by messaging, anti-British messaging. But we're going to have to just, like, push through it and just defund the lawyers, defund that legal system, defund the NGOs, defund the charities. And if they don't like it, too bad. They're going to have to get a proper job. That's coming. It's not coming tomorrow. It's probably not going to be coming during the Keir Starmer government, but our job right now is to move the conversation in that way. Our job is to create the new narrative, to move the conversation to the position where people will accept defunding lawyers, where they will accept defunding the NGOs, where they will accept defunding the charities that attack our country, that push the mass immigration into the country. We've got to get that conversation going. It's going to annoy a lot of people, but it's got to be done, and we're going to win it, because we have to, because our country depends upon it.